Hey guys, Luna here, and welcome back to Friendsim 2. I am recording this the day after that Volume 2, 12, not Volume 2, just got released, and I am honestly really looking forward to this volume as I am waiting for several months to have this released. Obviously, the other two volumes have not been released yet, but they will still come out soon enough. So obviously, we have plenty of things that we can do right now. But the main thing is, let's see here. So obviously we got the revolution ending rather like we can continue from, or we can continue from the salvation ending. Which, quite honestly, I'm gonna continue from the salvation ending from this point. So I'm curious to see where this goes. My Friendsim, we're continuing Volume 12, Isles of the Dark Lotus Eagles. Actually, wait, before I continue that, because it has been a while since we actually have done this. Obviously, there is content warnings for violence, death, discussion of imperialism and colonialism, language, and suggestive themes, along with existential identity crisis, unreality, discussions of state and institutionalized violence, sexually suggestive language, situations, and obviously there's action sequences. So viewer discretion is advised when it comes to this, so please be prepared. So, let's just get right into it. Continue. So yeah, obviously I forgot that it showed at the beginning, but okay, before I read that, there's some new things. Oh, that clown bear really gets me. Everything is normal, do not attempt to adjust your video game device. Trending in culture, Steam Violet Blood Scholars publish paper exploring purple world culture and religion. Trending in politics, joint statement by Aries Teresa Tethys and High Imperator Predators. Oscar encourages all Imperator sisters to volunteer for mandatory service enhancements. So, Clown. Oh, it's him. Hey, buddy. You lift the heavy maintenance hatch with the huff, which, if you don't remember last time, if you're coming back to us now, in Volume 11, our good spaceship airplane dude, I forget his name, but he was the bronze blood, he was like, yeah, I'll deliver you to the ship, which we met our two of our rust blood friends with our olive blood friends, and basically had to play Papers, Please, but with corpses. So you lift the heavy metal maintenance hatch with huff and fall silently to sides emerge. The crunch of otherworldly grass is pleasant to your ears. You go to take a breath of what you think would be fresh air. The air is light in your lungs and you feel almost dreamlike. You're immediately hit with the glare of hundreds of neon lights. It's so bright here against the stark black sky. You feel transported to another dimension. It's so real here, very dense, too realistic. It's almost scary. Your heart is hanging in your stomach, like trapezing through the fourth dimension. It feels like the particles you're breathing in are mixed with little fractions of light. You take another breath and the smell of popcorn and burnt sugar fills your nostrils, and the garish giggles of electronic clowns fill the thick atmosphere. The jangs and pangs and bangs of games and rides echo throughout the grounds. Wait a minute, where are you? How are you outside? In front of you is what looks like a neon carnival. It sets on an open field. You search for stars above you, but the sky is pitch black. Something in the sky leaves an eerie purple haze on the land. Impossible. Last thing you remember was being on a spaceship, and on Turnian spaceship at that. There's no way a place like this could exist on a spaceship. Spaceship? Weirder things have happened. Your mind races back to training on the satellite that Skylar was strapped on, but here everything looks blurry, but clear at the same time. You feel a bit distorted, seasick. There's no one around. I barely hear the music. I don't know if it's coming through on your end, but it's very subtle like carnival-y music. In the distance, you see everything everywhere is covered in neon blinking lights, bulbs and wires of all sizes. There are attractions and concessions of every kind. You hear music playing. It's carried but also twisted by the clandestine wind to your ears. It really looks like someone could have had a lot of fun here. You look around to see what games you could try first, only wait. You turn to look, the place was almost... If you shift just this way, it looks like... Never mind. It looks like a carnival. Well, not just a carnival. Its existence alone is enough for anyone to do a double take, but it looks like a distraction. Find your friends. You decide to enter the carnival and scope the place out. What is really going on the carnival in the middle of nowhere? Which, let me double check. I'm doing Salvation. Yeah, just wanted to... I don't want it. Close menu. Perfect. You pass through the gates and enter the ticket line. As you walk, signs that say, "Repent" and "That'll cheer you up, sad fool. You got a roof above you, and if not, you got two legs beneath you, and if not, at least you ain't getting beat down and shot." Walk past stands and concessions, and you see some games that are labeled "Tests of Strength" and other caravan stands advertising opportunities, like a chance to witness the world's strongest burgundy blood. The rush runs. On the caravan, there's an illustration of a very stunted burgundy troll, similar to lifting a twig with a hot dog on it. Huh, that feels familiar, thematically speaking. A ride with Escape the Dark Carnival, a journey through the afterlife. Looks like a fun one. You see a balloon and a dart stand. Instead of regular balloons, the balloons have cartoon faces of low blood casts. You approach the balloon and dart stand and try and throw a few at the remaining balloons. You go pick up the dart, but they're way too heavy for your arms. Maybe it's true what they say. You go around some posts which lead you to the back area of the carnival. There are a ton of caravans sporting all kinds of sorts of titles and attractions. Each caravan has its own array of light, show, and flair. There seems to be areas for traveling performers to cook and eat, even makeshift showers that set up for bathing and washing clothing. One catches your eye. Mysterious milk mysterious mirrors. In the distance, you notice a giant multicolored circus tent. Its peak stretches way into the sky and looks like it could swallow the carnival whole. You walk toward it and its grandness blows you away. Hey, it's the carousel. Its peak reaches into the sky, but when you notice how black its sky is interpreted by the sun, it appears to be housed in a massive helter-skelter in the center of the area just above the gigantic carousel. The carousel beckons you from there. Like a I keep thinking it's moth, but like a mouth with hanging teeth pulling you in. You feel the Odysseus resisting the whirlpool in the jaws of the cherubims. That is an obscure reference if you've never read Odysseus. You shake off this, or listen to the Hades musical, which is a great musical. You shake off the stare of the carousel and stick your head inside the circus tent and see what wonders hold inside. Trapezes and high wires are set up above, and the area is surrounded by seats and staggered rows. Usually they're set up in circular fashion so the clowns and players can perform below. But this tent is set up like a church, with the rows all facing it with a lifted stage. It feels like this tent could house thousands. You begin to picture in your head what it might look like having all the trolls you met, happy enjoying a night at the carnival. This reminds you of why you're here in the first place, to find your friends. You begin to approach a carousel, the vast glowing purple sun. I'm very comfy. Purple sun rising about the helter-skelter, and the carousel makes you shudder. There's something about it that feels strangely familiar. You remember the green sun in the sky before, burning in the center of your mind, but there's... What? Burning in the center of your mind, but there's something about the sun that's just a bit off. It's just so... Suddenly a figure runs towards you. You're almost so distracted you didn't even see her. Carrot Girl! Oh, my precious baby! Oh, my precious baby. It's so great to see her. Oh, my God. You're alive and you're okay. Yeah, the last time we saw she offed a bunch of people, but it was self-defense. Plus, Karkar is cool, but she's so young compared to basically everyone else you met off-world. Someone this young surely shouldn't be here. With Bronny's said echoes inside your mind. I don't know why I'm so sleepy all of a sudden. It feels so long ago now. She seems to have been faring alright though. Not too battle-torn? Maybe she has someone looking out for her. Who knows where? Maybe she knows who Marvis is. She definitely wasn't who you thought you'd see, but that's someone who can hopefully give you some answers about what's going on here. You shake your hand earnestly. She smiles. What's she doing here? She's so young. Karkar shrugs her shoulders and shakes her head. Honk? Apparently she has a question of her own. She looks around for ways to communicate. Out of the corner of her eye, she spots a poster spoiling the rules for a carnival game. She points for you. What are you doing here? Not safe. Interesting. Not exactly expected safety here, but still interesting. Cool and awesome, definitely not. It's terrifying. That's cute to the chase. Ask where everyone is. Karkar tries to use ASL, but the look on your face is very clear that you don't understand. She pauses for a moment, then she uses the sign for sleep. She starts with her dominant finger extending and spread apart, and starts by covering her face, and then moves her fingers down to end with her hands below her chin, and her fingers touching her thumb. She makes the sign, her face relaxes, and her eyes get droopy to add the effect. Oh, you get it, everyone's still asleep. It's pretty late, that makes sense. The carnival's closed and the acts need time to rest. Karkar jumps up and down in joy that you understand her. So, where are you specifically? Karkar smiles at you and suddenly mouths words. She begins making shapes with her hands. Oh, that's right. Karkar uses ASL to communicate Alternian sign language. The only thing is you don't understand it at all. Honk! Karkar rolls her eyes and makes a sign that gests her hand. Wait, that doesn't look like ASL. That's just a rude gesture. She grins at you and waves a hand. No big deal. Does she know Kahoot? Marvis? Twins? Honk! Karkar has a shocked look on her face. You panic. No, not like that. You definitely don't think all purples know each other. Ah, God. No, each other. You have a ton of purple friends and it would never imply... Karkar laughs at you. She signs something that resembles the word for love. She points in at the poster. There's a great big picture from Marvis Saltzlow, an advertisement for his act. It looks like anyways. Again, Karkar points a sign for the game and Marvis poster. You're getting surprisingly good at following this extremely non-standard method of communication. Magical Marvis. Good. Friends. Not only does she know him, she adores. Aww. Precious baby. Karkar gestures for her shoulder for you to follow. You don't know exactly what's going on, but you're hopeful that it will lead to Marvis. Karkar walks you through the carnival living area. Pass by a little quaint caravan covered with posters and lights. You begin to approach the largest caravan with a grand door. This is definitely where the ringleader of the circus operates from. You approach the door, suddenly very cognizant of exactly where you're planning to do here. But it's okay, right? You and Marvis are cool. Honk? Looks like Karkar is building up the courage to knock on his caravan door. She uses a sign for wait. You should remember that. Might come in handy when hanging out with Karkar. She listens for a second. Inside the caravan, you can hear someone rapping to a beat. Karkar smiles as she goes to rap on the door. Just as she goes to knock, a big ring hand grabs her wrist and pulls her through the door.
It's you. Come in quick.
Ah, his voice. Ah. You hurry inside. As soon as you step through, you feel the threshold of... You feel a shiver run all over you. Things feel different now, like stepping outside a cold winter day or getting out a warm bath. Painful kind of clarity. Marvis looks happy to see you, and smiles a big, handsome, extremely toothy grin. But it's not the same kind of welcoming smile you saw on Kekro. The smiling is annoying.
Buddy, you ain't supposed to be here.
I love his voice so much. It's better than what I was even expecting. Granted, I had something like I pictured something different, but this is a better kind, like a million times better kind of different. And it's so good.
Then again, this little one neither. What's one more rascal to the bunch? She's good at collecting them.
Marvis recites something to Karkaro. Karkaro giggles and gives Marvis a big hug.
Hopefully nobody saw you two fools.
So, what is this place?
Hey, MSPAR-TV. Welcome to my crib.
You look around Marvis's place. Balled up pieces of paper all over the room. Some with writing on them and music notes. Big posters with big depictions of Marvis and cork boards with scrambled words and symbols. But most importantly, there's a giant wall of MP5 cans.
This is my special caravan. You impressed? As you can see, I take interior design very seriously. Over here is the wall of me, and over it is the other wall of posters of me. Over here I map up my choreography, wink wink. And here you can see a mad tower of Fago, my life's blood.
Karkaro laughs at Marvis and pretends she might knock over the tower.
No, don't! Do you know how many cans I had to get through to get it to look symmetrical?
So, what's with the papers?
Showbiz, buddy. Carnival style. I'm a writer. What do you expect? The Empire holds me at a very high standard.
So, he performs in the carnival and writes his own songs?
Every song gotta be perfect. Cleaning is not my top priority, believe it or not. Between performing every single fucking day and coming up with new material, not much room for it. Plus, I gotta spend time with Shawty, right?
Honk. Karkaro and Marvis do some kind of special handshake. And with signs mixed in, something you can't even begin to follow along
Empire
with.
tried to make this seem a little less like motherfucking forced servitude by letting me write my own songs. You're in the presence of my drafts now. Here's a good one. Ain't no chance to swing, took my life down to the brink, solving riddles like the Sphinx. All I know is that your toxic love stinks.
Karkaro claps along and signs something. She takes an open palm, uses her middle finger to tap on her chin. Gotta admit to catch yourself.
It's Cargo's favorite. Nah, don't lie. All my songs are your favorite.
So why is Karkaro here? You're wondering why she's here. It doesn't look like if Karkaro is of age yet. Like, it's always been kind of vague, but you get the sense which most of your friends went off for it at around age 10 sweeps, which Karkaro is definitely not.
Shows this young are meant to be taken, but due to the rarity and flarity of us purples, the Empire just snatches us whenever they want, every so often. Many of us never get to come of age on Alternia. There wasn't even anything I could do. I could sense it coming. I knew that no matter how much I played my part, stuck to my role as a loyal spokesman for the damn Empire itself, I would be ripped away from my life. Some trolls believe us purple bloods mature faster than others. I call it damn abuse. Why do the rules only apply to some and not all? It's discriminatory and perverted.
Karkaro deserves more time away from this place.
And that is the fucking truth.
Hey, real quick question, and you don't want this to come across as insensitive or anything.
Not off to a great start, buddy.
But why is he talking like this? You didn't get to speak to him a lot before, but you feel like he's not quite the same as he was, but same as he was in a lot, and that feels extremely deliberate.
Buddy, you think I always talk like I'm singing and dancing for the man? You want me to tip my little hat and say, thank you, sir and ma'am, to the Vala Bloods that have been so gosh darn good to me, too?
You can feel the blood rising in your forehead and cheeks. A veritable river of blood-based embarrassment. This seems to amuse Marvis more than anything
I know
else.
you don't mean anything by it. You only know what you've been shown is all, like a little grub.
So this has been fascinating and not mortifying in the slightest, and you just are actually genuinely happy to hang out with Marvis and just chill. But back to the carnival and the spaceship and how it even exists in the first
This ain't no
place.
carnival. This is a fucking mirage. A bunch of smoke and mirrors. This carnid paradise is generated by a severed tentacle of Glibgalib. You know, all hail Glibgalib and all its motherfucking manipulative glory.
Your mind kind of just sticks in gear for a second. You weren't expecting to hear that particular name here. Glibglub, the thing that was Pfeffery's Lussus. Although you guess it's not her Lussus yet, or won't be ever, this time stuff is still kind of hurting your brain. But he's talking about a severed tentacle?
You know that great big creepy sun? Inside, the eldritch psionic energy warps its air into a carnival dream.
This must be the reason for the unreality around you. That's terrible. Not only have these trolls been ripped from their homeland, since they're so regulars, they're forced to perform in a seriously fucked up version of their afterlife.
Real fucked up. That's why I drink this Fago.
Why does he drink so much Fago?
Everyone here does. The daily work of the carnival. They work so hard that they never get a chance to stop and really think about a damn thing. Then they're gone. But not us. One can in my mind is released from the slimy bonds of Glib Glib. That shit keeps us apart, buddy. Shadows people and culture all the same. More fans tune into your sideshow bullshit, more favors and privileges you get.
Marvis's voice sounds strained, like he hasn't really been sleeping much, which kind of tracks with the whole consuming of Fagio constantly bit.
Had to bust my ass to get my own caravan. They don't want me to have a space to be scheming. But with all the material I'm putting out, they'll never find out. This Fago is the key to our rebellion.
Your head snaps like someone just did a keyword search on your brain, but Kakia grimaces at this.
Karako, I know you don't want to risk it, but this cast is my family. Closest I'll get anyways.
Honk! Something your heart twists a half turn. You remember what Brony said about Kakia going away to be the family.
And I ain't gonna sit here and let them be used like pawns in some fucked up game. Manipulated into being the Empire's damn enforcers.
Marvis shakes his head slowly.
I've just been thinking about doing something big. Could change everything, buddy. I can't just come out and say it, you know? Can't do it alone. But I gotta keep it on the low. Even my Chitter feed is curated. Nice way of saying motherfucking censored. But that can't stop me from spreading the truth. Songs full of subliminal messaging. Calls to arms, meeting times, bits of our scripture. But it ain't fucking working. Can't reach my sibs in the prison of the motherfucking mind.
He leans on closer, his voice dropping to a whisper.
But just imagine, what if we took away the power source? What if we made a stand? Showed them that we ain't gonna take their bullshit no more.
There's the... Oh, God, I just heard the voice.
It could be the start of something real, buddy.
I can almost imagine that whoever voice acted Marvis just kind of going up close to the mic and just being sort of quiet as they're doing this too. Marvis changed up, a sly grin spreading across his face.
Gotta be smart about it. Can't let them see us coming. We gotta move like ninjas, moving in the shadows, taking them down one by one. And when the time is right, no more motherfucking sun.
Shh. Well, that wasn't hard to figure out. Karkar is glaring at you and Marvis now. Honestly, he's supplied he hasn't blown up the sun yet. He seems like really excited by the possibility.
Believe me, I thought about it. But there's extenuating circumstances, buddy.
And what are those?
Narrative constraints. The choice between salvation and revolution ain't mine to make.
You are the feeling about normal amount of confused for you lately, but it seems more nerve than the usual amount. Marvis has always been mysterious, but this felt like something different entirely. Honk. Karkar signs rapidly, her fingers moving fluently as Marvis watches her intently. You watch the exchange, feeling a little left out, but also fascinated by how in tune these two are. Marvis turns to you with a thoughtful expression on his face.
Karka would much prefer salvation over revolution. We're her family. She doesn't want to risk losing us in a violent rebellion when a risk-free option is available.
Marvis hesitates for a moment before responding to Karkar. He speaks along as he signs with his hands.
I'm willing to accept that, if it's what you choose. But there's one condition.
Karkar gives a pleading look.
The fucking tentacle. Either way, it's gotta be dealt with. The ones you leave behind, they deserve a fighting chance.
You're beginning to feel the weight of the decision. It's a tough choice, but ultimately you know what has to be done. Honk honk. Marvis turns to Karkar and signs and speaks again.
Thanks, girl. You make a motherfucking salient point. We'll take it into consideration.
Karkar smiles. Okay, this has to be extremely enlightening and also kind of heartwarming to watch, but what does this all have to do with Fago again?
Here. It's Moon Mist, the objectively best one.
Karkar grabs a can of Dr. Freyo and shakes her head. She clearly insists you drink this
Karko,
one.
please. Everyone knows Moon Mist is a superior flavor.
Oh, yeah. I want both of them. know what? Take the Dr. Frago this time. Honk. Karka looks very pleased. She gives you a straw. You take a sip of the Frago and immediately you feel its power rushing within you. You're not sure if it's the massive amounts of caffeine and sugar or it's something else. As you drink, the world around you seems to get a bit hazy. You take another swig for the can of Frago, the sweet, fruity liquid invigorating your senses. As you look at the vibrant circus through Marvis's windows, you can't help but notice the slightly off-kiltered angles of the tents and rides, and the peeling paint revealing the old wood and scaffolding beneath. The piles of trash and debris scattered throughout the grounds further punctuate the reality of the situation. But the colors, the colors are so bright and beautiful that it's almost hard to focus on the truth. You know what the tentacle's physical powers are at play, trying to alter your perceptions and bend your will to its desires, but the Frago is keeping you grounded, protecting your mind from Gleb-Blub's grasp. As you take another sip, you feel a renewed sense of clarity and determination to see this through to the end. And just like that, your vision clouds up, and you see the carnival dreamscape again, but the realization of what's going on here is still there. The tentacle and the evil empire has taken control of their minds, erasing any sense of their true selves and replacing it with their own twisted ideals. Your heart sinks as you realize the extent of the damage that has been done. These purple bloods have lost everything, their identities, their heritage, their very sense of self. They're nothing more than pawns in the game they didn't even know they were playing. You can't just stand by and watch this happen. You had to do something to break the spell, to free them from the tentacle's grasp. But where to start? The task ahead of you seems daunting, but you know that you have to try. You owe it to these trolls to fight for their freedom, to restore their sense of self and rightful place in the world.
We need to find Shahut. In the holy texts, there are ways to protect the mind, body, and soul. Truth be told, there's a lot of fucking stuff. How to do wars burial, wedding rituals, and even how to protect yourself from eldritch beings.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like you're being extremely useful right about now.
Chaha knows about all that shit. She's using her free time and Fago to rewrite some of our oldest texts from memory. Also, you gotta find the twins. They got a psychic link that'd prove pretty damn useful.
Bertram and Basil, you know them, they're friends of yours.
Buddy, everyone is a friend of yours. Here.
Marvis gives you a bottle of Frago Red Pop and Moon Mist Blue, gesturing at one and then the other.
These are the strongest we've got. Drink Red Pop when you want to see this place as it really is. And have the Moon Mist Blue when you want to return to this Carnival Clown Circus Dreamscape Horror Fest. You don't have a lot of time in the Dreamscape, though. The longer you're there, the more influence the tentacle has on you.
I did the red and the blue, like the Matrix. Okay, you think you got this. Blue pill to stay in the dream, red pill to see how far down this rabbit hole goes. That good stuff. But you still don't know Kung Fu.
Buddy, what the fuck is that?
What?
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
Of course.
But seriously, if you don't drink the Red Pop in time, you might end up stuck in the dream. Forever. Good luck.
Karkar tries to pull Marvis out the door with you as you leave.
Sorry, girl. The moon is soon to rise and I gotta start the show again. And I can't be caught outside before that. I'll catch you later, buddy. Got a feeling that Shahut'll be in the church.
They do their secret handshake again and you and Karkar walk out of Marvis's caravan. You stumble out Marvis's caravan, almost hungover from drinking the Frago. All around you can see how this place really looks. The shiny veneer of the dream world is gone, and although you're still pretty impressed that this is here on the spaceship, it's definitely not exactly a pleasant place to be. As you orient yourself, you take some deep breaths. The air holds this plasticity taste, almost like a sweet formaldehyde. You're grateful for the taste of Frago in this mouth. Kargar points at a You're Here map, and you see that you're currently at the residential area where Marvis's caravan is. There's a carousel in the middle, and the circus tents, and the main area where all those games areas and rides. Weird, you don't see the church pictured or written anywhere on this map. Kargar shrugs and shakes your head. Yeah, of course it's not going to be easy. You grab the map and shove it inside your hoodie, which is starting to smell pretty rank at this point. Kargar points at the main entrance at the map and grins. And she's gone before you can say anything else. Probably a good idea to set up this whole investigation module thing in your palm husk again. That's proven to be really useful so far. If you see Tengor again, you really should thank him for the palm husk. Of course, you feel like it should be pretty unlikely that you're going to run into Tengor here, of all places. The color of caravans is still there, but instead it's lost of some type of shimmer when you first saw it. Instead, everything feels so much more lived in. More than anything, it strikes you just how quiet it is back here. You assume that it's the sky overhead. It's either some kind of massive dome or a trick of projections. Either way, there's no wind blowing. It's just kind of a low, droning noise that never seems to get any closer or further away. Caravan looks important. You can see blood spatters near the door in the way that feels extremely purposeful, but it doesn't look like anyone's home right now. None of these caravans seem to be occupied. They vary from looking like they've recently been abandoned to being pretty clearly abandoned for a while. Dust coats most of the windows and the doors look like they're rusted shut. Guessing this is, weird, looks like the hole in the base of this tree. Look in the hole. Oh, I did not want to... Looks like a network of tunnels connects this whole place. Too bad the openings are slightly too small for you to squeeze through. I was gonna say, oh god, I don't want to deal with this right now. Marvis's caravan seems to be glowing from the actually occupied... The faint glow of light from inside accompanied by the noise of him moving around, thinking aloud. It's really hard not to think about the giant purple school bus. Probably has some significance here. It looks like it's been converted into living space, or maybe that's what school buses are on, like on Ontario. Guess you never actually seen an Ontario school bus before, so you suppose it could just be standard that they're designed to be lived in? There's just so many Eternian school bus facts you don't know. As you approach the bus, you notice that it looks something like it's wedged into the doors. If only you could figure out how to get loose. Looks like there's a flyer jammed in the bus door. You think it might be able to open the doors a bit and grab it. Give it a try. Okay, you got this. You think you can wedge your door open a little bit, and then you have to move fast. Grab it. It happens so fast that your mind doesn't even register at pain, more like a dull impact, followed by your arm glowing instantly numb. Oh no. You're losing a lot of blood. It's been a while since you had a good old-fashioned MSR power, idiot. Crunch. Cancel, see you now. Piece by piece, you feel reality slowly falling around you. You feel a great force pulling you in every direction, atom by atom. The feeling in your body washes away. First, the taste in your mouth goes, and the feeling in your breath cooling, the spit on your tongue disappears. Your ears start to feel full of molasses, or how they feel when they're swimming at the bottom full of the deep pool. Then slowly, like a Game Boy or low power, your vision flickers away. The physical pieces of you have dispersed, and what's left behind is consciousness. Though you no longer have to use your senses, you are able to perceive a voice. Using a sense you didn't know you had, you can't describe this feeling. This person's new. Hey, no, don't panic. Shh, it's gonna be okay. Did you make a mistake? Everyone makes mistakes. You don't want to be here. You need to get back to your friends. You know that I'm just not gonna be. I'm not just like here all the time. I have a life, I'm not just sitting, floating in the void, just waiting around for you to make bad decisions. Why is it always used? It's never someone fun who wants to hang out for a bit. Maybe sing some songs, have karaoke. I would totally be up for some karaoke. Got that toxic love. Whoa, Please, you don't know how much time you have. Can they please help you? Why are you using your beautiful formless consciousness to yell? I'm removing from the void. It is done. Hello? Do you have anything to say for yourself? I know what you want. Your friends. Fine. But before you tell me, what is your hope for them? I want to help them escape. Not everyone will choose to go with you, but speak bravely and boldly. Void knows you've been here. Your friends trust you. Deep breaths, brave one. Rephysicalizing in the real world only holds like a little bye. Good luck. I want to try this again. I'm gonna give it a try. Grab it. Got it. You're able to get the mechanisms open just enough to reach in and grab the fire before it crushes your fragile little bones. Oh yeah, it looks like they got a bunch of random bits cut out. Well, cut out flower. Can't read the text. Okay. You know what? I'm actually going to save this here, because this is a continuation from options. Because this is a continuation from what it was before, so I'm hoping for the best here. So I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives, and may the stars forever guide your path, wherever they may lead you into the future. Goodbye, everybody.